All right, guys. So we competed week 16 against the Baltimore Ravens, and we actually did win um, 28 to 24. And I gotta say, I was a little surprised that we won, given that we were absolutely terrible that game. And it was just, we went into Baltimore, so we were not at home. We went into Baltimore, and we have not lost on the road yet. Knock on wood. And we came out with a victory, so we have kept that streak alive. Drake May finally had his first game where he's passed for 300 yards. He had 380 yards. He threw for 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. It was a weird game. I don't even know. Like, everyone was dropping like flies. Injuries were so bad. Our entire defensive line is out and hurt. And Milton Williams, who went on IR back in at least a month ago, he is practicing again, but they are not activating him off of IR yet, which why would you? We have 2 games left. And honestly, if we were a normal season, our season would be ending on Sunday. But, since Roger Goodell is all about player safety and all of our players are dropping like flies due to injury and the wear and tear of being hit violently on a football field, we are at an extra game. And so now that affects the playoffs, and only the number one seed gets a bye instead of the top 2 seeds. So now you have to, like, I don't even know if it's worth trying to play for the number one seed, but I don't know. I just think this whole I care about player safety BS is exactly that, BS. But I digress because we're supposed to be talking about the Baltimore Ravens game. But Lamar Jackson got hurt, and then their backup came in, who honestly I kind of think was playing better than Lamar Jackson, but it was just a weird game. And Travion Henderson went down with a concussion. Keishawn Boutte goes down with a concussion. Our entire offensive line goes down with some sort of injury. Like, Milton Williams left first because he had a knee injury. So then we were like moving people around, and we get our backup of the backup. Our backup of the backup gets hurt. And it doesn't matter that Morgan Moses. Did I say Milton Williams? I don't remember, but Morgan Moses, our right tackle, who went down with a knee injury, had to come back in and play because we literally had nobody else. Everyone was dropping like fries. I think I'm hungry. Flies. And Lamar Jackson got hurt. Our whole defensive line is hurt. Travion Henderson was hurt. Pop Douglas was hurt. Mac Hollins is hurt. And if you look at who is out for the Jets game tomorrow, it's basically our entire offense is out. Matt Collins is out. Keishawn Boutte is out. Pop Douglas is questionable. Travion Henderson is questionable. I don't even know how Travion Henderson could play, given the fact that he couldn't even stand up and get off the field. Like, it took him, he did walk off on his own, but it took him a little bit. And he like stood up, starts to go back to the huddle, drops. And then he's like, every time he tried to stand up, he would like he was so wobbly. It was clearly a concussion. Like, that much was obvious. I think Stephon Diggs had a concussion too, but he got put in the medical tent and he came back out. He said he ran out the back door. I don't even know if the medical tent has a back door, but he had a great game. He had 138 yards. He had 9 catches. He averaged like 15 yards a catch. Drake May's 2 touchdowns, one to Hunter Henry. That was a thing of beauty. He literally, like, it's so cool. When he runs to the right and then he just like lobs it over people, and like Hunter Henry had no one, so it didn't even matter. But he like throws it up in like this little arch. Hunter Henry catches it, and Drake May's like already celebrating, turned around before it even gets caught, because you just kind of know in those situations if Hunter Henry had dropped it, that would have sucked. And then he threw this absolute dime to Kyle Williams, who is like going to be our only receiver on Sunday, given that everyone's hurt and out. And I guess maybe Mike Vrabel doesn't care to play for the number one seed, but I don't we do great on the road anyway, so I really don't care either. But I mean, it kind of be nice just because, we like being number one, but we need people healthy. Lamar Jackson went down with a back contusion. It was just a weird game. Hunter Henry, not Hunter Henry, Derrick Henry, he fumbles the ball. Thank you. It was very Ramondre Stevenson esque, and I don't want to jinx Ramondre Stevenson, but after his little mishaps in the beginning, of the season, he has been pretty secure with that football, which we love to see. And especially with Trayvon Henderson, I mean, he's questionable. I don't know how he could come back and play after that concussion on Sunday, but I'm not a doctor, and we'll see what happens. But Ramondre Stevenson might be the only running back we have on Sunday, along with Kyle Williams as the only receiver that we have. I mean, we do have our tight ends, but maybe we'll have to actually get our tight ends involved. And when we do, good things happen. But it was a very weird game. Again, like I said, injuries, really weird refereeing, and I did get a comment from a Bills fan on my last video who was sort of like shaming me for complaining about the reffing. And I'm not complaining about the reffing because I'm a Patrick Mahomes, sir. Thank you. I do not want to win by the help of the refs, nor do I want to lose by the help of the refs. And when the refereeing is so egregious that it is affecting outcomes of games, and not our games, thank God, but like the Lions and I can't remember who they played. It was one of those Christmas games that was just. I think it was the Vikings and the Lions. It was just such a poorly refereed game, and like even the pass interference non-call against Keyshawn Booty that resulted in the concussion because he got tackled before even catching the ball, and I don't. Just either let him play football or don't. Stop with these weird non-calls, these weird calls. Just like everything is weird. But we won, and we are 12-3, and we have 2 games left. We clinched our playoff spot on Sunday, or our trip to the playoffs. We don't know what spot we have yet, but the next 2 weeks against the Jets and the Dolphins, I mean, technically we should win, but like with our entire team out, we're probably going to see Efton Chisholm on Sunday, which all you Efton Chisholm fans are going to be real happy about that. But we'll see if he can actually. Oh, and you know what else was really weird on Sunday? That fake punt that the Patriots tried to run. And I don't know why they would have Marte Mapu go to sling a pass downfield into double coverage. And he took one look at it and he was like, nah. And then so he takes off running and he gets tackled and loses the football. And I don't understand that play call. I know that we were losing. It was Drake May's first time being down by double digits, coming back and winning in the fourth quarter. And we have historically always struggled against the Baltimore Ravens. And I don't know if you guys remember, one of my all-time favorite games was that divisional playoff game in 2014 where we were down by 14 points twice. And Brady threw that lateral to Edelman, who threw the touchdown to Amendola, and we ended up winning. And we went on that year to win the Super Bowl, and it was just a really exciting game. Like, we've always historically struggled against the Baltimore Ravens, and we have our divisional games coming up, which I could very well see us struggling in those too, because divisional games, even against bad teams, are never great. And even when we were 18-0, we were struggling against divisional rivals. So I would like to say that the next 2 Sundays are a lock to win, but I genuinely, honestly don't know, especially with all the injuries cropping up. But we won, and Drake May's still healthy. He had an MVP type game. He had 380 yards, and he put the team on his back, and he won it for us. So people can't say that he is not clutch. But I would like to see more. I mean, I don't want to see more. I would like to see us just blow out teams. But I would like to see more of that, put the team on my back and win. So 12-3, can't hate that. and we'll see what happens tomorrow against the Jets.